And in the Gold Prayer Book, please turn to page 34. If you have the white binder, please turn to the first page titled Kadampa Center Prayers. And we'll chant the Shakyamuni Buddha's mantra 3 times. And it will just set your own personal bodhicitta motivation. Te ata om mune mune maha munayi soha. Te ata om mune mune maha munayi soha. Te ata om mune mune maha munayi soha. The Medicine Buddha stanza and mantra is on the blue sheet if you have the white binder. So let's read the stanza first and then say the mantra 7 times. Bhagawan with equal compassion for all, whose name, when merely heard, dispels the suffering of the lower realms, dispeller of disease and the 3 poisons, I prostrate to Medicine Buddha, lapis light. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Now the 4 measurables in English. Let's read that 3 times. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends and hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends and hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be separable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends and hatred for enemies. So if you could please turn the page to 37. At the bottom you see 2 mantras. So let's chant the mantra for Chenrezig, the Buddha of infinite compassion, and then 8 times, and then Green Tara's mantra 7 times, and she's the deity of enlightened activity. Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani padme hum. Om tare tu re soha, Om tare tu re soha, Om tare tu re so ha. 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 Thank you. The children are welcome to go to their class.
Good morning. How's the weather? The cat says beautiful weather. Please, would you mind to take maybe one moment to introduce to yourself, to each other? Hamula. 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 You have like 7-point mind. You know where we stop?
We're on the fourfold path. We talked about accumulation of merit and purifying karma. And then the other two are
5 power, okay. 5 powers. the cat teach me how to do nap meditation. One of the best meditation. How to nap. Oh yeah, thank you. So So I'm kind of like explaining this text, what I call like seven point mind training teaching. So explaining that maybe last few months. Yeah, several months. Yeah. Actually, it can be done in one day, so it took like 7 months, few months. So here, so I think roughly already explained, I think. So probably maybe a brief review. What we call Jowa Shide Tabjicho, Jowa Shide, I think it's Jowa Shide Tabjicho. Yeah, Jowa Shide Tabjicho. Here, the way they translate it here is like fourfold practice. Fourfold practice. Fourfold practice is the most excellent method. Excellent method, excellent method. First of all, to protect peace of mind. That's most important. Protect one's own peace of mind. So then, of course, from there, so then to serve others, for betterment of others, to provide service for the well-being of other sentient beings, other living beings. So that's the way to be, or that's the way to reach happiness, to offer service to others. So that's why this is an excellent method. First, to protect your peace of mind. So then, think about like, according to Buddhist philosophy, everything is dependent. There's no independence. Everything is dependence. What do you think? Is there independent? Everything is dependent. Everything is dependent. Relative. Everything is relative. Because of here, then you can talk about there. Without here, you can't talk about there. It's all relatives. Because of tall, then you talk about short. If there's no short, there'll be no tall. So everything is dependent, interdependent. Interdependent. So if there's the case, I'm not sure. What do you think? Everything is interdependent. So problems, complications, difficulties, happiness, joy, pleasures, everything's dependent. Has to have cause. Has to have cause. What do you think? So that questions, what is the cause? Yeah, what is the cause? So according to Buddhist teachings, the cause of happiness is called merit. Merit, for the sake of knowledge, is called merit. So now, what is merit? And how you create merit? What is merit? So that comes down on what goes down comes down. I say what goes down comes down. So now you think about what goes round, or cat or who? What goes round? actually that, that saying in America, what goes down comes down, it is talking about causality. It's talking about causality. If you be nice to someone, someone's going to be nice to you. If you're going to mean to someone, you can expect that person going to be nice to you because you are mean to that person. That's probably not going to happen. That's causality. It's nothing to do with religion. It's causality. Even the animals, if you be nice to them, comes around. Actually, it is talking about causality. So merit is for the sake of knowledge. Okay, for the sake of knowledge. So if you wonder what Buddhists say about cause of happiness, yeah, Buddhism says cause of happiness like merit. So merit is like positive deeds, that's created through three doors: body, speech, and mind. Three doors: body, speech, and mind. Speech, saying something nice, saying something nice. Is it nice to be cool? Nice to be cool. Huh? Cool. How you say? Not cruel, like not cruel. Cool. Is it nice to be cool?
Yes.
What is the difference between it's nice to be cool or it's nice to be warm? Is there difference? Are we talking about temperature? I'm not sure. Are we talking? Are we talking about temperature or what? I'm not sure. It sounds like when you say cool, it sounds like you're talking about temperature. I'm not sure. Like,
Cool can have maybe three different meanings. One is temperature.
Oh.
One is like you're sort of fashionable, hip. You're on top of everything that's fashionable, and everybody looks up to you. And then there's cool, like you say, keep cool when somebody gets angry. So cool can mean any of those things.
Oh.
So if you mean temperature, one is don't be angry. One is like be relaxed, and one is be trendy
Cool,
and fashionable.
Is it nice to be cool? Is it temperature? I'm not sure. Is this talking about temperature or what? I'm not sure.
When it's 110 out, it's nice to be cool.
When I say is it nice to be cool?
Yes. Well, all of them are nice. Cool is nice.
Is it nice to be snow? That's temperature.
Yeah, that's temperature.
Yeah, sorry, it's just joking. No. So merit, merit. So like merit created by speech, merit created by mind, merit created by physical body. So that that cause, that's the cause. So then the result will be goodness. Result will be goodness. Okay, so that's the first, like fourfold, brief review for the sake of knowledge, fourfold practice. So accumulation, merit, sake of your own happiness. That's all, sake of your own happiness. If you are happy, more likely there will be positive impact, people around you, if you are happy. Oh, so that's important. No, happy doesn't mean like kind of like jumping up and down, kind of exciting. That's not that kind of happiness. No, happiness doesn't mean you have to jump up and down. Always kind of like content, deep down, always kind of content, always deep down content. So that kind of happiness, not like excitement, okay? So in the reality, just think about who wants to hear, including yourself. Just ask, Who wants to hear harsh word? Who? You? Nobody else. There's nothing to do with religion. That's the fact. This is reality. So if you don't want to hear harsh word, and how you expect someone else want to hear harsh word? Nobody. Everybody, including myself, including the cat, seeking happiness every single second, no differences between you and others, no differences. That's the fact. Everybody is trying to avoid even the slightest problems. That's another fact. So it's very important to recognize, it's very important to not just understand, to be aware of understand. How is it? Be aware? Be aware of understanding? How do you say it? Not just see, be aware of seeing. How do you say it? Not just see, that you are aware that you are seeing. I'm not sure how to say it. Like that? Oh, yeah. Oh. So be aware, not just understand, just be aware. Be aware of your knowledge, your understanding, or your understanding. So that understanding is critical. It's very, very critical for your own happiness. It's very, very critical for your own happiness. Everybody, every second, looking for happiness. Nobody looking for problems. And everybody is trying to avoid slightest difficulties. Everybody. American, Tibetan, monk, cat, dog, squirrel in the backyard, everybody, bird in the backyard, everybody. The minute you open your eyes, that's what we do. So it's need to understand that, need to understand. It's very, very important to have that kind of understanding or deeper understanding. Oh. So then your perception of the world change. Your perception of the world change. You see, you don't see as a Christian, as a Buddhist, atheist, black, white, brown, yellow. You don't see, you just see someone who's looking for happiness. That's what you see. That's what you see, someone who's looking for happiness every single second. Oh, that's what you see. Therefore, wish, therefore, that's the fundamental things. That's the fundamental things. Therefore, wish others to be happy. Wish others to be happy. Your happiness begin. Your happiness begin. Oh. Wish others to be happy. Your happiness begin. Why? Because you create the cause. You create the cause for happiness. That's why you create the cause for happiness. That's why your happiness will begin. Oh. So that's the therefore is the cause, the cause, everything's interdependent. Everything's interdependent. There's nothing such a thing called independent. Everything's interdependent. Everything's relative. Everything's relative. Has cause. Oh, has cause. Oh. If you plant the seed of chili, habanero, you can't expect it to turn into apple. But the apple is not going to grow. I don't think apple is going to grow. Oh yeah, so that's cause, okay, for the sake of knowledge. So now second one, so see, everybody has something to feel bad about. Everybody has something to feel bad about, right? Everybody has something to feel bad about. Oh, everybody. Oh, because nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Oh. According to Buddhism, perfection is beyond samsara. It's called liberation, moksha, enlightenment. That's perfection. Here, no perfections. It's like here is kind of like complicated. Sorry to say, but it's kind of complicated. Everything's come with the complications. A brand new leather sofa comes with the complications if you have cat. Everything's come with the complications, everything. So that's the reality, that's the fact. There's nothing much you can do. If you're really tired of that, what you do, you seek liberations. You seek ultimate freedoms from all this, complications. According to Buddhism, it's called moksha, it's called liberations. Oh. So then, so I think that also helps you to reduce unrealistic expectation that we have. It will automatically reduce if you understand the nature of samsara. What is samsara? Nature of samsara. Nature of samsara, what it means? It means like there's always something. No matter what, there's always something. You can go to all the way to Machu Picchu, Peru, you'll find something that makes you unhappy. You can climb Mount Everest, but then there you'll find something that will make unhappy. That's nature of samsara. So just need to recognize that. Just recognize that. You can expect, you'll be happy all the time. Probably more likely that's not going to happen. So sorry to say, it's not going to happen. Why? No, it's complicated. It's complicated. No, complicated. No. So everybody has something to feel better. What do you do? What do you do now? What do you do? Question is, what do you do when you feel bad? What do you do? So I remember one quote. Somebody says, every sunrise is sunset, or probably begins with the sunrise. Every sunrise is an invitation for us to rise, brighten up someone's day. Make sense? Every sunrise, that's beautiful. I'm saying every sunrise is an invitation to rise. Don't need to drown. How is it? Drown. What drown means? Yeah. Don't need to think. Don't need to think with your feeling. You can rise. Every sunrise is opportunities to rise. You don't need to think with your feelings. You don't need to think. See, the feeling, say, it's like, for example, it's aluminum. So, but mine has little tune, aluminium. So, if it's like, what do you call it? If it's like this, ball, if it dance, it will sink. If you know how to make it flat, same weight, it won't sink, it will flow. That's exactly. I did not make this up. It's already been said in the book, probably 100 years ago. I just, that guy's just repeating that. There's example that use. You can even though you have something, you feel something bad about something, you don't have to think. You can rise. Every day, every sunrise is an invitation. This is a beautiful saying. Somebody said, every sunrise is an invitation to rise. Then you can probably add something, shine, rise and shine. You can probably add something there, shine, to brighten up someone's days. That makes sense. Cherishing other is door to happiness. Cherishing other is the door to happiness. That makes sense. It makes perfectly sense. Cherishing others is door to happiness. It perfectly makes sense. That's why you brighten up somebody's day. So what do you do when you feel bad about something? What do? You don't have to think. You can rise. So then that leads to the second fold practice. That leads to the to purify, to heal, to purify. Maybe there's a number of different ways to purify. Okay, so briefly review. So now the third one is called making offering to, how you say?
Malevolence.
What is malevolence? Malevolence. What is malevolent?
It's like wishing badness. Malevolence is evil, bad.
What is evil? What is evil?
Causing harm.
Yeah.
Causing great harm.
Is that people?
On purpose.
Is that people or what? Is it only refers to people or what?
People, places, and
What else? Animals? What else? Spirit? I don't think there's a spirit in America. Spirit. What is spirit? What is spirit? What is spirit? Ghost. Does ghost exist in America?
Depending if they have a passport and if they can cross the border.
What do you say?
If they can get the right visa, they are here. If not, they're just stuck in Europe or whatever.
What? Baby ninja.
There's no such thing as evil.
There's no such thing as
There's
evil.
no such thing as evil.
Oh.
It's just a word we used to.
That's also very deep point. Deep point. So is it just perceptions? Is it just perceptions? Because yeah. So I'm just asking you. So I ask every Sunday to put question here. Nobody put questions. So then I start ask questions to you. Force that daka jumbosa. So should I leave this out? Number 3, I'm not sure. Like spirit, like spirit. Do you believe there's another universe?
Yes.
Do you believe there's another realm? How do you say realm?
Realm.
Other realms. Do you believe there's other realms? Do you think that we are the only human on this planet, or there's another human that we never have contact? Or you think that we are the only human?
No,
There's
there's other humans.
another human?
If you mean by human,
I don't mean like in
beings.
human in Nepal. I don't mean like that. So, like, is there another human that how is the?
What is your definition of human? Someone who has the capacity to think, Geshe, and benefit from the Dharma?
Yeah.
By human, what do you mean? Someone who has the capacity of mind to kind of think
How many
and choose actions?
How many different types of human realms in the universe?
Millions.
In the universe.
Millions.
No. How many different types of, not human being, I'm not saying human being, how many different types of human realms in the universe? There cannot be millions. There cannot be millions. There's too many.
Okay, I'm confused, sorry.
Human realms. How many different types of human realms? Oh. So that's why, in that sense, I'm not sure. I'm just asking you a question. I'm not sure. So, according to Buddhist cosmology, there are 3 more human realms in the universe. 3 more human realms. So, so one of them lives. I think their lifespan is definite. They live 250 years. They live. Another human realm, they live 500 years. Another human realm, they live 1,000 years. So that's for guarantee. In our world, northern world, what we call Lodzambuling, that lifespan is not definite. No, it varies. It varies. Then there's no different size of the body is like difference. In our realms, pretty much like what is the tallest person in our realm? 7. Yeah. So usually this 24 of this 24 fingers become 1. What do you call this? Forearm. Huh? Forearm. 24 fingers become 1 forearm. So I never measured. Maybe you can measure. I'm not sure. That's what the text says. 24 of this become 1 forearm. The forearm now is kind of complicated. Forearm. Let's go forearm 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you call? Forearm times 4 become what do you call this? Huh? Span? Yeah, span. You know what is what span. Or so that's probably the same length as your body, if you measure. That's probably the same length of your height. Your span. Our arm span is like length of your size of your length of your body. So that's how they measured it. Takes long time ago, Buddhist cosmology. So yeah, 7 feet. Then yeah, maybe other human realms. They probably has like we have like 5 feet, 5'5" or 5'7" something. That's the tallest. Other realm probably they have like 40 feet or something like that. Then it gets higher and higher and higher. So I'm not sure they play basketball. But if they play the basketball, they are going to be the champion. So anyway, the other realms, the size is like multiplies. So I think like sometimes ago I tried to measure, but then like 40 feet or something like that. 40 feet, that's really tall. 40 feet. So anyway, so according to Buddhist cosmology, there's another 3 human realms. So I'm not sure we probably don't communicate with them, but doesn't mean they are not there. They are there. So similarly, there are many things there. So doesn't mean we can't say, oh, that's not there because we don't see. Or I think that one of the masters says, no, the science still has a lot of there are a lot of things to catch up. The science needs to be developed. Now, this is not fully developed. It needs to be fully developed. So then maybe slowly, who knows. Then, through meditation, probably there's a way to communicate through meditations. So then other than that, probably scientific, science probably eventually they will find. So you see, now we used to see more things. Now we used to see more things than now we see more things than we used to see. We used to see. Before we see very little. So now we see more. So could be, the probably see. Anyway, so now there's sorry. So there's just not that important. So it's not just important. It's very interesting. So I'm not sure what science says. Like the evolution of universe. People used to live like long time. They used to live thousands of years. Then it's then kind of like goes down. Then probably they used to probably live like only 10 years. That's the text said. I'm not sure. That's the text said. So very interesting that, like, according to Christianity, also they also talk about, because like the way the problem started, there's always linked to some kind of desire, right? Desire. Yeah, so probably not go there. So sorry. So that's probably not that important. So then the third one is like the second one is like what you do when you feel bad. You don't have to think, so you need to do something. So it's called purification practice. So third one is like jumbo. It's called jumbo. So then somebody say ghost, somebody say spirit, or there are like how is there? There are like things that are around. So you can't say they don't exist because you don't see. That's not best answer. So then what do you do? So then you make you don't fight with them. You be kind. Be kind. Make offerings. Being kind. So you have no idea. Probably they are probably suffering more than you do. So you be kind. So that's the best way to eliminate any like evil force. To be kind. Even though you feel something, you be kind. You pray for them, and you make offerings, and you through ritual practice. So you can you make feel them good. So then they will not harm. They do not harm. Okay. So the kindness. So then, what Arman said here, like. Yeah, if you learn to be kind no matter what kind of circumstance, so then that you could say one way, you could say, oh, there's no evil. There's no evil. Because you don't see evil, even though there are such a thing called evil, but you don't see them as evil, you see them as something to be kind, to benefit, something to be kind. Oh. So then the last one is called, what's called offering torma. What is torma? Torma is like ritual cake that you make, ritual cake. For the sake of knowledge, again, ritual cake. So there's like 6 substances you mixed. It's called 3 white, 3 sweet. 3 white, 3 sweet. What's 3 white? Yogurt, butter, milk. That's called 3 white. That's 3 substances. 3 sweet, sugar, honey, then probably brown sugar, honey.
White sugar.
Because I don't remember. They remember much better than I do. So yeah, so there's 3. Then you mix that. Then you make kind of different shape, based on different types of ritual practice. You make different shapes, so then you make offerings. So. They're called torma. Torma means usually the ritual cakes made out of dough or tsamba or whatever you see. Different. Sometimes you see red color, white color. Red color is dedicated for, wrathful practice. So then white color refers to peaceful activities, wrathful activities. Then based on that peaceful activity, all the ritual cakes color is going to be white. Wrathful activities, all the ritual cakes are going to be red, and sometimes it's going to be black. So that's you perform. Dharma protectors. So this is very foreign to your ear, very foreign to your ear. So Kelas is the Yeah, it's very common in Tibetan community. It's very common in Tibetan community. So almost every family has something to, some kind of protectors that associate with the family. So then, you know, generation after generations, they're trying to, how you say, make offering to that, you know, kind of like protectors. It's called Dharma protector. That's okay. That's kind of conclude or sums up this four practice. Okay, Joashide tabji chos. Joashide tabji Joashi. Fourfold practice tabji chos. Excellent method to protect your peace of mind. Okay. So now that's yeah. So now I'll move on here. So, like, what do you think of a protector? Huh? What do you think of protectors? Anybody want to say something, please? Protector. What is the meaning of protector? Dharma protects us.
Keep from harm.
Huh?
Keep from harm.
Oh, protectors.
Keep you safe.
So this one here, you see that they're Thanga, they're behind the pillar here. So that is like more like, this is like what is called Zambala. Zambala is like the deity of wealth. Wealth. Deity of wealth. But there's many images. Anyway. Okay, maybe just not important in America, probably not important. What do you think? That's important. You have very powerful government, so don't need protection.
Geshe, would a protector be someone who, a deity who helps protect our mind from afflictions? From, you know, negative thoughts?
So like Greek civilizations, they have like many, do they call protectors? They have also many things. Many like, how is it?
There are many deities.
Basically protectors. Protector?
Not really.
Huh?
They're called gods in Greek, and
They are not protector?
no, they're not.
Oh, that's interesting.
They can do kind acts, but they're, the gods in Greek mythology are fairly self-serving. They have a lot of self-cherishing, Geshe.
Yeah, so then it, yeah, okay, so that's too difficult. Maybe just leave out. Yeah, please. Oh, yeah, say something. Yeah.
Okay. So I was just going to say, like, it seems to me like when I want protection, I'm usually having fearful thoughts in my mind. And so I want some protection. I feel like maybe I can't protect myself. But the truth is that if no one in the whole world ever had those thoughts about doing harm or someone doing harm to us, harm would not happen. So the trick to it is to get our mind not to focus on the fearful things, and then we're protected, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
And
Makes
so,
completely sense, yeah.
so when I go for protection in my mind to a deity or whatever, hopefully what happens is I get the fearful thought out of my mind.
Yeah, very good point.
And
yeah.
then I won't be afraid, and I won't be thinking about harm. And if everyone did that, And if no one was thinking about harm, then harm would not happen, and we would be protected.
Right, right. But
So I think that's the idea behind, in what I understand is that's the idea behind is I go for protection to eliminate the fear, and then I'm not thinking about harm or defending myself by hurting someone else, and then harm doesn't happen.
Yeah, well said, well said, yeah, well said. Well said, yeah, well said. Yeah, very good, well said. Yeah. So I used to get, kind of afraid, so like when I sleep by myself, unfortunately, most of the time I end up by myself, wherever I go. So so I probably live by myself, alone. Sometimes, you get kind of like afraid. Then you become very alert. You are like fully aware, not just aware, fully aware. Like every single noise that you hear, usually you don't hear. Every single noise that you hear, that so then that's the noise, that's perceptions. So then the perception that's kind of bind with that noise. Then after that's projections. Maybe there's reality there's one noise, then you make 4 or 5 noise. Like that sounds like somebody's walking. So you get afraid. So then like I thought, you're going to die anyway. If somebody wants to eat me, just go ahead and eat. So it doesn't matter. It's only a matter of time. I'm going to die anyway. So then, no fear. See? I'm not going to close my door. If someone wants comes, just come and eat. So I don't care. So you're going to die anyway. So then so fear. Yeah, actually it's fear. Because of fear, then people seek protections. If you learn how to eliminate the fear, then protection, it is protection. You don't need protection. It is, you already protect yourself. So anyway, so mind, a lot of problems created by mind, a lot of problems created by mind. So then you said well said, so, but everybody's like, but unfortunately that's not the case. People do harm people, so protection. So, so then, so this is what you do, like to make connection with the protections according to teachings, then you make, offerings. So offerings to not just protector whom you regard as something high, in the evil, something you look down, to both you make offerings. You make, you be kind to both of them. So then, so that's the one way to overcome from fear. Okay. So now this one, then I'll probably stop this one. Thala kangdu gomla jor is not here. It didn't translate here. Thala kangdu gomla jor. Gom means meditations. Thala kangdu gomla jor. Tell means like right away. You don't just wait right away. You try to, no matter what kind of circumstance you encounter, right away you have to put into meditation to protect yourself. Thala kangdu gomla jor. Tell means immediately, right away, like and you don't like probably don't react right away. You just take time, pause, and think, and then you meditation. Meditation doesn't mean sit like this all the time. But if you think of meditation means you have to sit like this, that's wrong. Meditation, you don't have to sit down. You couldn't be doing something same time you are meditating. You can be doing something same time you are meditating. Meditation is something that you can do throughout the day. You don't have to sit down. So when you do single-pointed meditation, then of course, then you need to sit down. If moving around will become distractions. It distracts you, moving around, walking around. So when you do single-pointed meditation, what do you do? So then you just sit comfortably, and you're trying to place all your mental attentions on one single object. One single object. It can be anything, can be flower, can be color, can be anything. You just, so you are thinking, not it's like you are not thinking. You are thinking, but you are thinking one thing, not like 100 things. You are thinking one thing, and you're trying to place all your attention on that. So that requires power sitting. That's called single point meditation. So that's how be within, be present, be within, be present. Make sense? Be within, be present. You can be present, you can be within yourself if you don't focus. And unfortunately, you can't be within if you don't focus. So that requires mindfulness. Mindfulness itself is not single-pointed meditations. It is a part of single-pointed meditations. In order to do single-pointed meditations, you need mindfulness. Without mindfulness, you can focus. You cannot focus. Mindfulness itself is not single-pointed meditations. For the sake of knowledge, it needs to be very clear. So then, something similar on Jews. Right now, you are controlled by your thought. Your thought, your mind. Is that true? Is that true that you are controlled by your mind? Or you control your mind? You are controlled by your elephant. Yes. Your elephant tells you what to do, where to go, what to say, what not to do. If that elephant is calm and peaceful, that's very good news. So unfortunately, that elephant is not calm all the time. Someday, you sit down and you think one thing. You think just one thing. First, of course, you need to look. First, you need to look. Whatever you're going to think, you need to look. Then you have to create the mental image. You have to create mental image. So then that's where you focus. Mental image, not through eye, you focus your mental image. So then that is like what that's doing is like tying the elephant to that object. Tying the elephant to that object. Otherwise, elephant will run everywhere. Or go to flea market, then come back to, then go to Target, then go to Whole Food, and go to do all kinds of things. It's on the move. It's on the move all the time. Even in the sleep, it's still moving. So that elephant needs to be tied. If you want to enjoy peace of mind, calm mind, peace of mind, you need to learn how to catch that elephant and tie that elephant, not with 100 different things, with one thing. You need to tie that elephant with one thing. Maybe after like 30 seconds, the elephant will say, "Oh, let's go to somewhere else." Then you need to tell, no, you are going to stay here. Next 2 minutes, you are going to stay here. Something similar on Jews. So that the power of single-pointed meditations will help you to overpower of your thought. Now elephant don't power you, you power elephant. Someday similar on your jabutes. Single-pointed meditation is like almost like king that rules everybody in his kingdom. So in our kingdom, there's many things, many different figures. Like whole like Senate, talking, meeting all the time. Like all kind of thought. Like it's quite amazing. Every single day, how many thoughts rise? Even we can count how many thoughts rise. Single-pointed meditations, when you do single-pointed meditation, it's not that hard to do. Not hard to do, that you can do, everybody can do. You don't have to become monk, you don't have to become Buddhist, everybody can do. You don't have to believe in religions, you can do single-pointed meditation. Everybody can do, So How to do? Just think one object. That's how you do it. Just think one object. So then, probably mind will play all kinds of tricks. If you want to think about red, mind starts to think about yellow, all kinds of things, but you need to put effort to bring it back. Then you eventually become better and better. Then you will be very aware all the time. You'll be very mindful. Then in the beginning, it seems like more thought rising, but that's not true. The thoughts are rising all the time. Now you are more aware. Before you are not aware. It's very interesting. Did you see that, like some kind of short video? There's a bunch of people there playing basketball. What do you call? It's like some kind of test for mindfulness.
The gorilla? Yes. Yeah, the gorilla.
You saw?
Yeah. White shirts and black shirts.
That's kind of like mind-blowing. Kind of shocks you, That's quite like, it's not something tiny like this. Yeah, if it's tiny like this, you can hardly see. It's like huge, running between. What happened? You don't see that. Wow. Because your mind is busy with what they ask you to focus on. You can say something here.
Count the number of passes.
Huh?
Count the number of passes.
White shirts.
Oh, so that's what they ask you to look, focus. Then you are first busy with focusing there. All of a sudden, there's big gorilla. How that you didn't see? How? That's like shocking. It's not like tiny, like not running between legs. It's the huge. Run 2 times, 3 times, back and forth. You don't see. Yeah. It's kind of hard to believe that. Then somebody point at that. You say, how come that I don't see? That's like, yeah. That's what I'm saying. You can't say, I don't see. It doesn't mean it's not there. Maybe it's there, maybe you don't pay attention, that's why you don't see. You can't say, this is not there because I don't see. That's not good answer. That's not good answer. That's not enough. That's not a good answer, Maybe so many things happening that we don't, our mind is busy with always something, so we don't see. Single point in meditation, so then you are aware, you become more mindful. So then all the thoughts that rise, then you know them, then you know how to scan them. So then in a lot of benefit, someday, semla, ongjur, someday, single pointed, what do you call meditation? What do you call? Single pointed power of focus or single pointed meditation is that you rule all this thought that rise. You rule all of them. They don't rule you, you rule them. Then you become like king of your thought. You become the king of your elephant, not the elephant become the king of you. So then, Shana miyo ri. If you decide to place on something, it will be there. It will be there. If you decide to leave that elephant on one single object, elephant will be there. It will be there. Shana miyo ri. It's not just going to be there. It's going to be there. Firm as mountain. Mountain. Nobody can shake. It's not going to be like a piece of paper. It's not like, it's going to be there. It's like firm as a mountain. You place on one object, it's going to be there, firm as a mountain. Someday, it's going to be like mountain on that object. If you let it go, elephant go, it will only go to good things. Oh, good thing. Tana give me bakula juice. It will only do good things. Tana give me. Some what it brings, it brings lusim lesurwe deshintes, lusim lesurwe. It will bring well-balanced physical body. It will bring well-balanced mind, well-balanced mind, well-balanced body. Make sense? Lusim lesurwe deshintes. If all the elements inside the body is well-balanced, it creates comfort. If the mind has been well-balanced, that means very flexible. It's not uptight. It's not uptight. It's now become flexible. Or you could say one way you can say flexible. Another way you can say is well-balanced. Well-balanced mind that brings comfort. So that comfort eventually brings pliancy, physical pliancy, mental pliancy. Lusim lesur deshim is great joy. It brings great joy. Lusim deshim, and it's hard to say the physical body. I'm not sure. Like joy, physical joy. I'm not sure. Like, is there such a thing called physical joy?
Ecstasy?
Huh?
I said ecstasy, but probably is not the best.
What is ecstasy?
Physical joy, in a way.
So I'm not sure. Like, oh, now cat is like, sorry. So upside down. Lusim lesor decente. So there's the whole idea of yoga, doing yoga to make your body flexible, make your body more flexible, then you stretch. Same. You're trying to reach balance. Now it's imbalanced because it's tight. That's why you're trying to reach balance. Well, yoga doesn't mean, movement, physical movement. Yoga, there's a Sanskrit word, means like practice, that's all. It means practice, it doesn't mean physical movement. No. So, balance. Because uptight, that's not good. It's tight, that's not good. So then it is not good. So it's same, mind, body, both needs to be balanced, well balanced. Lesurwa. Lu lesurwa. Same lesurwa. Lu, body. Lesurwa means balance. Same mind, lesurwa means balance. Like not uptight. Easygoing. Oh yeah. Talakondo gomra joros. So now here, why I'm talking about meditation, because the word is here. Meditation has been mentioned in this line. Talakondo gomra joros. Every moment, every circumstance. So you try to meditate, or like gomra joros means also trying to. Every situation is trying to combine with meditations. So that's what it means. Talakandu gomrajur, very powerful word. Talakandu gomrajur. So that otherwise, so life can be very, very complicated. Itself is already complicated. So then we make ourselves more complicated, our mind, because of our elephants. Elephants makes life more complicated. So it doesn't require much to destroy your peace of mind. Doesn't require much. So there's like lack of mindfulness. If you're being not mindful, and somebody says something, finish. Somebody did something while you're driving, finish. So somebody take over, finish. Just like because of this elephant, because we become very vulnerable. Venerable or vulnerable? Venerable, both probably. Venerable or vulnerable, both. If you be more mindful, we become venerables. If we be not mindful, we become vulnerables because of the elephant. Yeah, you could become vulnerable because of the elephant. You could become venerable because of your mind, not because of somebody else. Because of your mind, you become holy. You become venerable. Because of your elephant, you become holy. You become venerable. Or because of your mind, because of your elephant. Same, mind means elephant. According to Buddha, according to mind-training texts, there's elephant in the room all the time. It's not like once in a while. There's elephant in the room all the time. So it needs to be look out for elephant. Look out for so then the benefit: calm mind, well-balanced mind, well-balanced body. If you focus, maybe every day, little bit, little bit, 30 seconds, 1 minute, and just try. Just try. But it requires effort. You can't say, oh, it's going to be automatic. No, it's not going to be automatic. It requires effort. Just think something. If the elephant is getting out, bring it back. Bring it back. Just try. According to shamatha teachings, calm-abiding teachings, that's how you make your mind calm and peaceful. Focus. That's all. Focus. Focus. So that if you can focus 1 second, logically it doesn't make sense why you cannot focus 2 seconds. It requires some effort. So then slowly, you make progress. Steady progress. That is good. Then that's how you balance your mind. Then mind become, the elephant will be well balanced, well behaved, well balanced. So then that's good. Okay. That's so that's single point in meditation requires sitting. Other meditation does not require sitting. You can be doing something here, something, they're talking to people, doing all kind of things. It still can be meditation. So now you know what meditation really means. It means watching elephant. Watching elephant. Oh, that's that you can do all day long. You can watch your elephant. Okay. Yeah. So now let us say that our elephant is well trained. Huh? Well trained. Yeah, that's good news. So then next Sunday, probably next Sunday, so then I will explain, I'll just say and I'll explain. Presentation of lifetime practice in summary. So that's the next Sunday. Presentation of lifetimes practice in summary. Next Sunday, okay? So then we'll do, if you don't mind, but you don't have to sit, we are going to do 21 Thara praises for the centers and for everybody who comes here every week, Sunday, Monday, or that's many different class. So we do that for that, to all the people who walk through the centers. So then we do for well-being of them, those people who went through the center, and not just that, and all all living beings. So there we recite 21 Thara praises. So then of course any obstacles to host Light of the Path retreat again here at the Kadampa Center. So any obstacles there, so then to remove, say, okay, maybe we'll say 21 Thara praises. So, but please don't feel like you have to sit. So you are free to go and also free to participate. Okay.
How many rounds?
1 million.
1 million.
Just begin with the one.
One. Okay. So in the Gold Prayer Book, turn to page 191, and if you have the white binder, turn to the green colored page. And we'll praises to 21 Taras. 191. From your sublime abode, the Potala, O Tara, born from the green letter tongue, your crown adorned Amitabha, action mother of the Buddhas of the 3 times. Tara, please come with your attendants. The gods and demigods bow to your lotus feet, O Tara. You who rescue all who are destitute, to you, Mother Tara, I pay homage. All my prostrate to the noble transcendent liberator. Homage, Tara, swift heroic, eyes like lightning instantaneous, sprung from opening stamens of the Lord of Terror's true-born lotus. Homage, she whose faith combines 100 autumn moons at fullest, blazing with bright rays resplendent as 1,000 star collection. Homage, golden blue and lotus, Taurus, water-born and hand-adorned, giving effort, calm austerities, patience, meditation, her sphere, homage, crown of Tathagata, action, triumph without limit, relied on by conquerors' children, having reached every perfection, homage, filling with Duttara, whom desire direction and space, trampling with their feet the seven saber-toothed ortho beings, homage, worshipped by the all, Shaka Ani Bamamaru, honored by the host of spirits, corpusers, Gandhavas, Yakshas, homage with their threat and piss sound, destroying post-magic diagram, her feet pressing left out right, blazing in a raging fireplace, homage to a very dreadful, destroyer of Maru's champions, she with frowning lotus visage, who is sayer of all and homage at the heart her finger, so adorn her with three mudra, Lare masses all excited, all directions feels adorn her, homage she's so joyous, radiant, crowning, emitting garlands of light, mirthful laughing with Duttara, subjugating Mara's Davis, homage she able to summon all earth guardians assembly, shaking, frowning with her home sign, saving from every misfortune, homage crown adorneth crescent, moon anonymous shining, Amitabha in her hair knot, sending out much light eternal, homage she with feet the blaze like eon deadening fire abide, much left and joy surround, troops of enemies destroying, homage she who strikes the ground with her palm and with her foot beats it, scowling with the letter whom the seventh level she just conquered, homage happy, vicious, peaceful, she whose field is peace nirvana, she endowed with Om and Soha, destroyer of the great evil, homage she with joy surrounded, tearing both bodies asunder, freezeth human knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters, homage today with seed letter, of the shape of syllable, whom by the sampling shapes the three worlds, Meru, Mandara, and Vindhya, homage holding in her hand the hair-like moon of Devala, with by star, Thakar, and Pit, totally dispelling poison, homage whom gods and their kings, and the Kinnaras do on, armored in our joyful splendor, she dispels vengeance and conflicts, homage she whose two eyes bright with radiance of sun and full moon, with Saihara and Tutade, she dispels severe contagion, homage full of liberating, powered by the set of three natures, Joseph self the spirit Yakshas, and raised Scorpion Supreme Ture. These praises with the mantras and prostrations thus are 21. Now if you have the gold prayer book, flip back to page 190, and we'll read the prayer of the benefits. 190. Whoever is endowed with devotion for the goddess and recites this with supreme faith, remembering it at dawn upon awakening in the evenings, will be granted all fearlessness, will perfectly pacify all negativities, and will eliminate all unfortunate migrations. The multitudes of conquerors will quickly grant initiation. Thus endowed with this greatness, if this prayer is recited 2, 3, or 7 times, it will pacify all the sufferings of torments caused by spirits, fevers, and poisons, and by other beings as well. If you wish for a child, you will get a child. If you wish for wealth, you will receive wealth. All your wishes will be fulfilled, and all obstacles pacified. Now for the dedication, turn to page 246 and 247, we'll read the dedication prayer from Master Shanti Deva's Buddhi Karyavatara. May all beings everywhere, may no one be afraid or belittled, with the mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water, delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. Now flick back to page 244 and 245 for these short, long life prayers. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you're the source of all happiness and good, all-powerful Chenrezig, Tenzin Gyatso. Please remain until samsara ends. And on page 245, the bottom, the one who mastered speech at a very young age, the one with great patience who received the name Avatare, the one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa, bliss and void, Lama ornament of the yellow hat tradition. Please remain until samsara ends. And then back to the other side. You uphold the subduers more way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Majana's victorious doctrine, the masterfully accomplished magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels, Savior of myself and others, your disciples, please, please live long. And then 7 green Tara mantras for Geshe and Geshe Sample's long, healthy, happy life. Om tare tu re so ha. 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 Om tare tu re so ha.
Oh yeah, very good, wonderful. So any announcement?
Yes, a couple.
Couple, okay. Otherwise, I'm going to say some mantra. Okay.
Go ahead, Geshe, and then we'll say announcements after.
Going to say, no, it takes only 2 minutes, okay? Going to say some mantras, for some of them for your health, and some of them to prevent untimely death, and some of them just to hear the mantras to create the cause to be born in the higher realms, okay? Oh, it takes only 2 minutes, so you can just meditate, I will say, just hearing the mantra. That's, some of them for health, some of them for your long, healthy, happy life. 지대집에 또 서바면 되미지 와 말해주는 만큼은 동안 좀 하는 게 산재 서바면 차세로 엄나무 반가워데 아바람에다 아윤잖아 수분이 쩌다든 자라서 따다가다 알하데 삼에서 보다 때도 보내보내 마음은 아바람에다 보내잖아 말하면서 엄마자와서 막가라 버려주도 남한테 강가나 삼가데 삼바바 비시데 마네 바베와래 소하 좀 내가 뒤에 잡아놔도 마야다 봐도 세에 분바주만 나나 자절로 저도 좀 내가 뒤에 잡아놔도 마야다 봐도 이제 저도 잘 저도 좀 내가 뒤에 잡아놔도 마야다 봐도 이제 저도 잘 라마도 좀 내가 뒤에 잡아놔도 마야다 봐도 고모여 봐도 매발한 저도 엄dum수 엄아미다 아연도 엄dum수 엄아미다 아연도 소하 저지마가 군도 가서 다지 올라지 도제지 rol어서 제대로 차서로 나모рат나 따야야 나모 아야잖아 사가라 베르잖아 주와는 따다가다 알하데 삼야삼 부다야 나마사바 따다가다 베아라데 베자메자 부데베 나모 아야 아왈로기 디샤라야 보디서다 마사다야 마가르 니게 때야 좀 다다다다 디디디 두루두루 이디비디 살레살레 따살레 쿠즈메 일리밀레 티데들 아바나야 소한게 와디 엔도 제레서 와도 되는도 와지 말레 와지서라 고바라조 와준데 대제자만나도 마야다 바조베도 이제 sel라마요 나버지 잡올라 쳐도 저도 친절로 좀데 대제자만나도 마야다 바조베도 림보치도 안다바다 베메라도 좀 개발도 이제 나이지 잡올라 쳐도 저도 친절로 좀데 대제자만나도 마야다 바조베도 세상에 전도 주도발라 저도 친절로 좀데 대제자만나도 마야다 바조베도 양게 매줘 볼라 쳐도 저도 친절로 좀 대대대 잡아놔도 마야다 봐서도 이제 뭐지도 나와도 비밀도 좀 개발도 이제 나야지 잡을라 쳐도 저도 좀 대대대 잡아놔도 마야다 봐서도 이제 최자도 저걸로 남아로 먹어 맞으면 잡을라 저도 진짜로 좀 대대대 잡아놔도 마야다 봐서도 이제 메젤라 벤데지 잡을라 쳐도 저도 진짜로 두제골라는데 좀 대대 천점 뜨면도 동화도 도도내도 그래라 쳐서 엄나무 반가워데 백가데 그룹 벤두야 담발한자 따다가다 알아하데 삼야서 부다야 대야동 백가제 마음 백가제 라자서 뭔가데 엄나무 반가워데 백가제 그룹 벤두야 담발한자 따다가다 알아하데 삼야서 부다야 대야동 백가제 마음 백가제 라자서 뭔가데 엄나무 반가워데 백가제 그룹 벤두야 담발한자 따다가다 알아하데 삼야서 부다야 대야동 백가제 마음 백가제 라자서 뭔가데 소하게 와디에 뉴도다 사제멜라노는 도와주자 말레 맞추줘서 난거 봐줘 팀진데 맞추네 봐주도 들려다 저도 왜 말레 받아도 좋아해 봐줘 밤마심제 밤제 다다데 내가 담자도 동안다 저저서 막나 좀 받다 군제멜라노 주제 촌나고 내려다도 동안다 봐주네 받다도 소소는 내가 저도 봐줘 촌나고 동안에 봐주네 받다도 소소는 내가 저도 봐줘 촌나고 동안에 봐주네 받다도 소소는 내가 저도 더 말아줘 제와담제 돌레라 이집에 대바담게 조다 자주게서 다와나바다바다바 콘도치네 쪼완베 녀와 주메주도 주버지 제와담제 돌레다가다 이제 게베자와 진년자 바담제 전된다 전년나 바다바코네 주주로지 뭐야 야
So just a couple of quick words about things coming up this week. We have lost several members in the last month. So tomorrow at noon we're having a Medicine Buddha Puja, and we are dedicating that in particular for the benefit of Jared Citron. He's a member. He usually sat right about where Jill is sitting right now. Young man in his early 30s who died quite suddenly. And also for Jose Moreno. He was a very close friend of our member Julie Cattell, and he also died quite suddenly. Also on Friday evening at 7 o'clock, we will be having a special memorial service for Shanti Latimer, a longtime member of the center, very active in our prison project here. And this will be a special type of memorial service for her benefit. Shanti has requested that if you come, please wear purple. It's her favorite color. So we're going to celebrate her life Friday evening. And then on Saturday, we're going to have we do a monthly Tara practice, and we've moved it up to 1 o'clock in the afternoon to make it easier for people to come if you want to, and you can still go out and have dinner and a date. And we're going to be bringing all the Tara statues from the altar here and creating a special altar in the center of the room, clearing out space so we can circumambulate while we recite praises to the 21 Taras. So that's all coming up. I see Kim standing back here, and she's going to be leading the orientation for new members. Yeah, new member meeting. If you're interested in becoming a member, then meet with her in the back of the room. And Joey's peeking in the door, and Joey's going to. He's here to. If you're interested, Losar is coming up next month, and if you want to learn the traditional dances that we do on Losar, Joey's got a clue, and he'll show us how to do that. Don't be afraid. This chunky old body can manage it, and it's a lot of fun. So he's going to be showing how to do that, I think out in the lobby after the teachings. Then he'll be teaching that every Sunday between now and Losar, so do join in. And then I have a special announcement. About 10 years ago, we requested of Geshe-la's teacher, who we have his photo here, Khyentse Rinpoche, Jetsun Lobsang Delek. We asked him if we could have a long life prayer for Geshe-la, and he advised us to say 200,000, as a community, 200,000 Tara mantras each year. And then later, when Geshe Sangpo also became one of our precious resident teachers, he allowed us to also include Geshe Sangpo in those mantras. And so this year, just to make sure we were onto that counter. So I'm really happy to tell you that for the long, happy, healthy lives of our precious teachers, Geshe Gelek and Geshe Sangpo, in 2018, Kadampa Center members recited 850,639 green Tara mantras.